Evercade, one of the greatest systems of all time. Now, hello, my Evercade enthusiasts. My name's Evercade. Welcome to the channel, and today I want to talk to you about an indie game I want to see on Evercade, whether we can see this game on Evercade, and whether it's possible. So, the game in question is obviously Cuphead. Now, Cuphead is obviously a widely known indie game. It's also got its own Netflix show. It's quite a popular game, quite a popular IP. Originally launched back in, I believe it was 2018, and also it was a digital-only game back then. Now, whilst there is an upcoming physical release, I do think that we could potentially see this game on Evercade in the future. Now, why do I think this? Well, first of all, right, the game you can argue is too big to fit on an Evercade cartridge. It is like 4 GB to download on the Xbox One or Xbox Series S, so it's quite a large game. Now, that does make it impossible to be ported to Evercade. It just means obviously certain things obviously need to be slimmed down, and possibly this could be the first game in a run of single game carts for Blaze. But that's obviously down to Blaze if they can get the licensing done, and if Studio MDHR, who obviously develops Cuphead, wants to bring the game to Evercade. Now, obviously this game will have to run natively on Evercade. You wouldn't be able to emulate it because the Evercade isn't powerful enough to emulate this game. It would have to be obviously a native port, which would be good because obviously we need more native games on Evercade. The more native games, the better, because that then legitimizes Evercade as a platform, as it's more than just an emulation machine. For those who don't know, I've made a whole video about why native games legitimize Evercade as a platform. I'm going to put it briefly. Evercade is mostly an emulation machine. It probably will always be an emulation machine, but it needs more native games. And Cuphead is also a side-scrolling shoot 'em up, which has a wide audience on Evercade, with games like Midnight Resistance and a bunch of others, just kind of being on Evercade. So there's a market there. Cuphead also has the style of 1930s cartoons, which is really nice. Obviously, it gives you Mickey Mouse vibes, classic Looney Tunes, that sort of stuff. And personally, I think that it just feels like a great game to have on Evercade because it's got the whole retro sort of aesthetic, looking like a classic show from the 1930s. It's obviously a really hard game, but it's really fun. Plus, it could potentially lead to more upsales in Evercades because obviously people see Cupheads now on Evercade and see, oh, well, I don't have a Switch or I don't have a Xbox or a PlayStation. I can now get this game for really cheap on obviously Evercade. I think a lot of people would do it. I think a lot of people would go down. I think a lot of people would make the purchase, would pick up an Evercade to play Cuphead. Now, do I think it would ever happen? I would like it to happen, but I don't think it will. Right? Mainly because obviously Cuphead's obviously designed for modern systems. It's not a game that can really be easily ported to Evercade because obviously, it's quite a big game, got a lot of data, and also the format that Evercade uses is obviously multi-game carts, and there aren't no single-game carts. So, would it be possible? It could be. The biggest problem would be though, with how much would this cart cost compared to other carts, because most carts are about £18 UK. So to get Cuphead on the cart, which I think the game currently costs like £20, it wouldn't be too much money. But Blaze would need to find a way of making it profitable for both them and for Studio MDHR, and making an agreement that Studio MDHR wouldn't be able to refuse. And personally, I don't think this would be a deal that they could really make so soon, especially with obviously Evercade probably not being able to run Cuphead unless it's a native port, which would suck really to me. Like, it just kind of sucks that we won't see Cuphead on Evercade. I would love to see Cuphead on Evercade. If Studio MDHR and Blaze are able to make a deal and are able to make the game run on Evercade, I'd be super happy because I can play it on my EXP, I can play it on the go, I can play it on my VS. Obviously, I've got the Xbox One version, which I can play on my Series S. But it'd just be nice because I don't know, offers you new options, more options to play this game, as well as having this game on another platform, which could increase sales for everyone involved. So, final thoughts. Do I think this ever happen? I hope it does. I'm doubtful it ever will, but I do think it'd be an interesting game to have on Evercade, along with games like Shovel Knight. If that could ever be ported over, that'd be amazing. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. Do you want to see Cuphead on Evercade? Do you not want to see Cuphead on Evercade? Would you buy a single game cart for Cuphead? Would you not buy a single game cart for Cuphead? What's your thoughts on this? Leave it out in the comments down below. I've been Evercade, and if you're new here, make sure you like, share, subscribe. You know, I'm trying to hit 200 subs. I'm trying to hit 200 subs by the end of the month, which I think we can do at the rate of growing. I reckon we can do it. So if you want to subscribe and share me about, please do. Anyway, I'm signing out. Peace.